Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the Brookings County Commission meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. It's Tuesday, April 16th, 2024. Please stand for the pledge. Item number 3 on the agenda is an invitation for a citizen to schedule time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. There's a 5-minute time limit per person. Anyone wanting to speak during this agenda item must sign in prior to the start of the meeting. No commission action will be taken during this agenda item. Any requested action may be scheduled for a future meeting. We have nobody that signed in this morning, so move on to item number 4, approval of the agenda. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any additions, corrections?
Yes, to the executive session at the end, we have to add SDCL 125-24 for contract negotiations.
Okay. Any other? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by, or no, roll call, please. No, roll.
Aye.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I'll wake up now. Consent agenda items. Motion approved. We have the minutes, travel requests, personal action notices, cellular authorizations, human services report. Do I have a motion approved?
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any additions, corrections here? Hearing none, call roll, please.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Bartley.
Aye.
Krogman.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 6 is routine business. Approval of the claims. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments, additions, or corrections? Hearing none, call the roll.
Bartley.
Aye.
Krogman.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B is department head reports. Brian with the Highway Department would like to start.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm going to start off with a little bit of what we've been doing. The weather's been cooperating. We've done a little concrete patching on County Road 23 north of Aurora, well, all around Aurora there really. This material is a concrete material, and we had some spall areas, and we chipped them out and patched it back in. So there has been some traffic delays over there, but we are completed with that project. We do have a couple left in town, but with the anticipated closure in town this summer with Aurora's sewer project, we intend to get to them then. The truck traffic is quite extreme over there, so we're going to hold off on the ones in town just a little bit. Aside from that, we're going to start working on cleaning bridge decks and drains. Just nice to be able to catch up on some of them odds and ends that we don't always get to. So the weather has been cooperating, and the rain was very welcome last night. Secondly here, I set in front of you a list of all of our equipment assets, and I was asked by the commission here to put together a list of what we needed, which is provided, and then a quote here for radios. And a little background here, I spoke pretty extensively to Dave Beitler with the Sheriff's Office, talking about what he felt we'd need and what would be best applicable for the Highway Department. I talked with Brian Soul, who gave us the quote here, and Lake County is also set up with this same system. One of the requests was that we be GPS enabled, and At this point in time, the state radio is not GPS enabled, but he's foreseeing it here in the future that it will be, and then we can look at adding that to our this system at that time. But that list in front of you would include, excuse me, 43 radios for just the equipment only. 3 radios would be for our satellite shops, which we do have the equipment in those shops to basically take our old radio off, switch a new radio on, and add a new antenna to those satellite shops. And then the main shop, of course, would have 3 radios, one up front, one at the mechanics, or one at the break room, and then one out in the shop. And then where we do not have a radio right now in one of the shops is our truck shed. And we felt that without having a piece of machinery, keyed on, that maybe it'd be beneficial to have a radio in there so the guys could hear if we needed to get a hold of them. And then the only thing that would change on this quote is, and I'm gonna reach out to Brian and get that if this is a route you guys would like to go, and get a quote for the 4 handhelds. So this original quote's for 55 radios. That would probably change just a little bit with the subtraction of 1 radio, and then 4 handhelds. And that would be for if we're flagging or somebody outside a piece of equipment that would need a radio. Is there any questions on what I put together for you guys here?
Thank you for getting those quotes for us. We'll obviously need to take it under advisement, study it a little bit, but the need is there, so we'll have to study it, figure out how we want to approach it.
And bringing that up, I made sure with Dave that, we would be able to communicate with the sheriff's office and the dispatch in the need of it. They could be able to tune into our radio if we needed to get a hold of them to call in an emergency. So it would, I think it would adapt to our department well, but I know it's a large expenditure. Thank you.
Is it Sheriff?
Good morning. Present time, we have 40 inmates. We have 11 inmates that are Brookings County inmates, and we're down with the U.S. Marshal Service right now too. We have 5 inmates from the U.S. Marshal Service, and things are kind of quiet right now, but it's always quiet before sometimes the storm. We're busy on weekends. We'll be up in the 50s over the weekend, and then Monday, a lot of them get back out. So weekends are still continue to be busy. On 24/7, our participants are up. We're up to 148. We're still down from where we were at COVID with 24/7. At the time COVID hit, and we had 155 at that point. PBT, I have 43 on the PBT, so 86 people come in during the day. I have 10 on remote breath tests. I have 19 on Scram, and we have 50 on UAs that come in twice a week. So 24/7 continues to stay busy. Drug court, I have 6. Hope court, I don't have anybody on Hope court right now. DUI court, there's 11. They're coming in to do UAs. And then I have 9 on GPS, ankle bracelets. So that 24/7 area continues to stay busy. A couple other things is that our new canine drug dog graduated on the 11th from drug school. And he's got a couple weeks off now, and then he'll go, the handler and the dog will go to patrol school. And that'll be the apprehension and tracking type. Um, uh, Fires, we've had, yesterday, we had a couple of fires yesterday, but they were startups from previous fires, must have had some logs that didn't quite get out, and, because one was probably a week old. And the state kind of put out their red flags, and I know Bob mentioned it last time, and I agree that we need to probably do something that we could probably be more automatic to go into a band. The state kind of recommended a ban, but really didn't give me any power to cite somebody if there was a violation, but did visit with dispatch to tell them that we recommend no burning, during that red flag time. So I think it's something that we need to probably going forward. And of course, I would not make that decision totally by myself. I would make sure Bob and all the fire chiefs connect with me when we do that. Another thing is, and I know that you guys we had the press release on the vehicle pursuit, I think it was on the 5th, I think. Anyway, I just want to commend my deputy for doing a good job. He was really cool. I listened to the pursuit, and I want to thank Connington County deputy who did put the stop sticks out, and he was able to put them in the area that he would be safe, because I had visions of Flandreau as I was listening to the pursuit. And but he was able to put it up kind of in a bridge area, and he radioed that he was, well protected, and stop sticks did stop that vehicle, which is good, because we need to get this guy off the road. I don't know, now it's up to the state's attorney to see how they're going to handle the charges. Most of the charges are in Connington County, but they didn't really want the guy, so they came to our county. So now it's up to Dan to figure it out. So anyway, with nice weather, getting speeding complaints. This is pretty normal every spring. Nice weather, get traffic complaints. The biggest ones is speeding. So we're trying to handle those complaints as they come through. Other than that, unless you guys have some questions.
Any question, Maury? No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lori from Finance?
Good morning. I had previously sent you through and sold. I sent you the copy of the rules for the sale. The gentleman that first purchased that in October did ask me to ask the commission if you would consider a refund of his money, partial refund, or if we were going to stick to the rules of the sale that required him to pick up within 10 days or forfeit his payment. So what do you want to
Commission,
do
do you have
on
a
that?
feeling on this?
My only fear is if we do it for one, we got to do it for everybody. He did say that, yes, he was aware of the stipulations of the sale. He knew he had to pick it up within 10 days, and he knew he would be out the money, so.
I guess my thought on it is you guys notified him on multiple
Multiple
occasions
times.
with certified letters and everything, and he chose to ignore it. And I agree with what you're saying, that if we have rules and we notify him, we do our due diligence, and we say, oh, don't worry about it, that just opens the door for everybody else. And so,
Right.
I think this is his own decision, and I think we should stick with the way we've done it before. Especially as much work as you guys have put into the department of it, going, okay, we've sent these letters, we've sent certified, we've spent taxpayer dollars on our employees to try to notify you, so, sorry, but you
I agree.
didn't follow through. That'd be my 2 cents, I guess. So.
Any other?
I would concur with Commissioner Krogman's comments. We
Okay.
gotta follow our rules.
Yep, I agree. I sent you an update on the interest rates that we're at. The other thing that I needed to ask, and this can be a verbal okay according to the state auditors. In the past, you'll see, like today, we have the claims packet, and then we have a separate Department of Revenue packet. And that Department of Revenue packet is separate because we had to cut the check for that early. Now there are situations where, like sales tax going back into the state, the check needs to be cut early before you guys approve the claims, which isn't a problem. It would be treated just like the Department of Revenue check, but I thought it was a good housekeeping measure just to have approval from the board to be doing those kind of things. And Department of Revenue agreed and said that, yeah, you should at least get a verbal approval at this time, just saying, if you need to cut a check that is pass-through dollars, needed to do it to avoid late fees, use your best judgment and go ahead and do that. The only instances I see that happening is the Department of Revenue check, which we've always done, and then sales tax from BOAC headed back to the state. So just for housekeeping measure, I'd like your approval to do that.
Yeah, fine.
Would you want that approval as basically as a policy?
If you want to make it policy, otherwise, he said just a verbal approval is all right too. We can sure write something up for the next
Yeah,
meeting.
Well, I don't have a problem with the verbal, but as the commission changes over the years, the policy stands.
Okay.
Unless it's changed where the verbal, you have to reintroduce that every year.
Sure.
So, a quick policy, I guess I'd make I don't know if a motion to a policy, we haven't got written yet, but I think it's a good idea. Just put it down on paper so we know what it is, and
Okay,
we'll make it a policy, I think.
Because it's reoccurring every month then?
yeah,
Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. And then farther in your agenda, you'll have the wind tower breakdowns. This is money that comes in every year for wind tower farms. I break it into the county, the townships, and the schools is showing on there. And then I also included the South Dakota codified laws for you. So that's coming up on the agenda.
Any other questions, Lori? None? Thank you. Richard?
Morning. You've got Bob's report that he has sent. I just want to remind you, we have our severe weather awareness training this evening at 6:30 at the East Fire Hall, so anybody and everybody's welcome to that. So that's all that I have. Plat's coming up that was approved unanimously, so that's all that I have.
Okay. Sonia with 4-H?
Good morning. I submitted a report last week that you're able to review. We do have our state shoot that will be coming next weekend, and included really yesterday, but we didn't have any scheduled events on Monday. So anybody that was going to get their last final attempt at qualifying for the state 4-H shoot did so over the weekend, and there was a number of them that then were scurrying around to make sure they got registered before the site closes today. We do have a good number going. I'm not sure off the top of my head where we're at number-wise after the weekend, but we have a large number of kids that will once again be out to the state shoot and pier, participating in all of those disciplines that make up our winter session. And then May is so close, we'll be moving right into summer events that are on the calendar, working soon. In the next couple of weeks, going to have a longer sit-down, at least with Mike Logan at the Dakota Bank Center, to iron out all of our Achievement Day activities and schedule of events with him, as well as just the other things that we have coming up throughout the summer. We'll have horse practice and dog practice that'll get started in May. Some day camps in the month of June, overnight camps available for 4-H members, whether that be at Lake Ponset, in Storm Mountain in Rapid City, performing arts camp that happens in Aberdeen, in our formerly known as Teen Leadership Conference, now Skills X by 4-H is what they've rebranded themselves, but a leadership conference for 14 to 18-year-olds on campus of SDSU. I have brought with me today 4-H member Josie Nold. She spoke in March, I guess, at our 4-H leaders meeting and shared some highlights of a most recent experience she had within livestock judging. And I thought she said some things that were just really impactful, because oftentimes you hear about just how awesome all of it was, and Josie's perspective started a little differently. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Josie.
As Sonia said, I'm Josie Nold, and I competed on the National Livestock Judging Team for South Dakota last November in Louisville, Kentucky. And I guess Sonia says that my perspective is very different. Most people are good at things that they really like. I did not like livestock judging, but if it wasn't for livestock judging, I would not be able to sit right here and talk in front of you guys. So I started judging because I lost a bet with my sister, who loved livestock judging. And now I judge all the time, and I made it there. But the week before, actually, I think it was 2 weeks before, I also competed at the National FFA convention for the same thing. And we did really well, but it wasn't as good as I could have done as an individual. 2 weeks later, I went into the 4-H contest, but the biggest difference is I had people that believed in me. And having people that believe in you when you don't believe in yourself is one of the biggest things that can help you, because if they bring that confidence in with you, eventually you will believe in yourself. And I came out of that contest probably the happiest I've ever been. I'd always said once I got done with it, I'd never judge again. Well, I came out of that contest, and now I'm debating judging in college. Whether that'll happen, I don't know. But I guess basically I just have to say I'm so thankful for the opportunities I've had through 4-H, and even though I don't always enjoy things, I know I wouldn't be where I am without them. So I guess thank you guys for listening to me, and do you have any questions?
I just say congratulations, and I'm glad you shared that with us.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions of me?
No, that's fine.
All right, well, thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I apologize, I did not get you a real quickly. We're starting to get equipment out of cold storage, working on what needs to be worked on, oil changes, getting trucks ready, making sure everything's ready to go for spraying season when we are able to start. Going pretty good so far, knock on wood. Also, we have in December at our board meeting, it was brought to my attention that I should set up a youth pocket gopher trapping event. I have gotten everything together. Pete Harper, with the South Dakota State Trapper Association, he's on the board of directors. He is willing to donate a Saturday to this. We have a date set, May 4th at 1 o'clock at the corner of 459th Avenue and 204th Street. We're going to have a trapping event for youths and adults. If they want to come, anybody's welcome. And it is a Saturday. The only thing I ask is parents drop their kids off and pick them up. We're not going to be driving children from here to there. But I just wanted to put that bug in your ear and let the public know that they're welcome. It costs nothing. Any questions for me?
Any questions? Thank you. Should be a fun event.
I'm excited. I'm excited to learn a little more, so.
Okay. Thank
Thanks.
you. 9 o'clock, but I believe we have a few minutes. Move on to regular business.
We have to do the be it noteds for the finance officer's
Oh,
report.
sorry. Be it noted items, finance office, auditor's account with the treasurer, payroll and additive totals, highway expenditure report, register of deeds statement of fees collected, and the wind farm revenues. Moving on to item number 8, first reading of ordinance 2024-02, an ordinance authorizing rezoning of all OL 6.9 and 14 in west half of south half of north quarter of section 11, township 109 north, range 50 west, Madera Township of the 5th Prime Meridian, Brookings County, South Dakota. This action is a first reading, title only. The second reading will be May 7th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. Item B is action to approve resolution number 24-16, a plat of tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Olson Addition in section 20, township 111 north, range 51 west of the 5th Prime Meridian, Brookings County, South Dakota. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Comments?
Yes, the zoning board unanimously approved this at their April meeting,
Okay.
subdividing some tracks, large tracks, putting it into 5 separate parcels, so.
Okay. Any questions for Richard? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Krogman?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, action to approve agreement number 24-49, a State of South Dakota Governor's Office of Economic Development sub-grantee agreement between Brookings County and the Governor's Office of Economic Development. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments?
This is part of the CDBG grant for Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing none, call the roll.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, action to approve agreement number 24-50, an agreement between Brookings County and Bose Construction for the 2024 Brookings County surfacing project. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments? I think
This
it's,
is just the agreement that was after the bids were approved earlier. So this is the agreement with Bose now to do the work.
okay. Call the roll, please.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, action to approve agreement number 24-51, a one-year system support agreement between Brookings County and AVI Systems. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Comments?
This is for, like they said, system support for the sound equipment or the audio equipment over the courthouse. Just a one-year agreement, and then what we will do is look at budgeting for a longer, like a 3-year agreement at budget time for starting in 2025.
Okay. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Bartley?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item F, action to automatically supplement for unanticipated expenses incurred and reimbursement made to Brookings County in the amount of $7,000. Receipt number 00676088 to the State's Attorney's Department, General Line 101-4-151-4281. Do I have motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Comments?
So this is the opioid settlement money. What we'll do then is, you'll see in the next round of claims, a check cut to the drug court for these dollars.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. We have a scheduled agenda item. Public hearing and action approved resolution number 24-15, a supplemental budget resolution. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. We'll now have open a public hearing. Do we have any proponents to this item? Do we have any proponents to this item? Any opponents to this item? Any opponents to this item? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing. Any additional comments?
So just kind of running through what all of these dollars mean. So the first $215,000, that was insurance money that we received for the derecho back in 2022. It went into the general fund. So we're going to take that out of there and put it in, you'll see that amount down then a little bit further in the 301, the capital projects fund for highway shops. So it was insurance money that we received for those highway shops that were, had damage in the derecho in 2022. The 2.1 million, that is commission projects funds. If you recall, we assigned that at the end of last year. So now we're going to pull that back out and get that back into the budget so we can continue to pay expenses as they come in. The next one in the highway fund, these are amounts left to pay Banner in the city of Brookings for both Samara Avenue project and the interchange project. I do have an ask into the city to find out exactly what's left to pay on the interchange. I didn't get that answer before today, but they're looking into that as well. But we do have kind of a tracking system of kind of where we're at with that. So, so we kind of know what we've paid, but I want to know, you know, we have some additional dollars there of our 2 million commitment. What's going to be kind of left over after everything's done, said and done. And then the last one, this 200,000, this is the amount that rolled into fund balance in 2023, and some additional dollars to cover amounts not covered by insurance and FEMA, and this is for the highway shops as well.
Okay. Any questions for Stacy? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Krogman,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
motion carries.
Okay. Go back to item G. Action approve a request to fill vacancy for a full-time correctional officer in the detention center. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments?
It's due to a resignation.
Yeah, lost a couple to the city police. They're down the officers, and the last a couple went over to city police. But they had good roots with my department.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Item H, action to approve a request to fill vacancy for an equipment operator in the highway department.
Move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Comments?
This was due to an internal promotion in the department.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Item number 9, Commission Department Directors Report.
Part of my staff report there is the March Veteran Service Officer. 2 appointments. They were busy in March, 4 outreach events and 6 DAV van rides. The general fund surplus cash analysis for March, that's always in Lori's finance office report. It was 17% for March month end. That is higher. The 10-year average is about 11.7%, so we're higher than that 10-year average right now. And of course, it's very early in the year, but we'll kind of continue to watch that. That will jump here in April because first half taxes will get paid, so we get that first kind of amount of cash then that comes in April with taxes. So we'll see that percentage jump up here in April. As part of my report, we did receive a letter from WIC stating that they do not intend to enter into a new agreement with WIC as of the end of May. Our current contract runs out, and they will not be renewing a contract. So I know we've been in some discussions with this, and we're aware of that, but that was the formal letter from them. There's some save the date information for the groundbreaking for the Ivy Center, Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness, May 7th at 4 p.m. The commission is invited to attend that. And then keep in mind, following that at 5:30, we do have that special joint session with the City Council for the second reading and approval of the ordinance that we had the first reading on today. So, but this looks really nice. I'm excited for them. We also received a thank you letter from the museum about the funding that the county provides for them. Other than that, just some upcoming dates. Next Monday is the Prairie Nightingale social. I think I've RSVP'd for those that plan to attend. The Brookings County annual feed is at the East Fire Hall on April 30th. The Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, I think we've discovered that we're not going to be able to put a team together for that due to kind of lack of availability there. Then the two things on May 7th that I talked about, the Ivy Center groundbreaking and the special joint meeting. And then looking a little bit further out, Memorial Day is the 27th of May this year, and we will be closed. That's all I have, unless you have questions for me.
Any questions? Hearing none, State's Attorney's report. Okay, moving on, item number 11, Commissioner reports and discussion items. Commissioner Vanderwall.
Attend anything this past week?
Commissioner Bartley.
Great Brookings Chamber event. I attended that. It was well attended. I think it was the largest crowd I'd ever seen for that type of an event. Good program. April 10th and 11th last week, I was in Pierre for the South Dakota County officials, elected officials, commissioners meeting, strategic planning session. It was my first event after having been elected by the Sioux Valley District at a previous meeting. A lot of exciting things that will be taking place in the future, along with meetings and agendas and so forth. So we'll see how that comes out. And April 15th, last night, I had the board meeting, building meeting with Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness. As we'd said, the May 10th is the groundbreaking ceremony. Kind of starts at 4 o'clock with some open houses just so people can walk through the current facility. On that tour of the facility, they will see different video screens and placards and posters that explain what will change in that facility and what the new facility will allow them to do and how it'll work. After that, open house, there'll be some refreshments and coffee and things. They'll have the groundbreaking ceremony on the southeast corner of the building where there's some grass we can stick a shovel in. We're all invited. After that, they will reopen up the tours for people who are interested. So it's open to the public. There'll be some invited dignitaries. We'll go from there. So we're able to make some comments. Larry, if you'd prefer to make the comments, I'll certainly defer to you. They asked me, and I said, well, it's usually the chairman who makes comments. So you'll have to let me know if it's going to be
I think you serve on that committee. You're
I thought
well versed.
I thought you'd put it back on me. That's fine. that's sneaking away out. Anyway, that should be a great, exciting event. The fundraising is going extremely well. We're very, very short, very little short of our goal. You're looking at a almost $6 million project, and I think we're almost within 600,000 of achieving that goal. So there'll be some fundraising requests at the open house for opportunities for people to donate to that facility. It's a phenomenal project. It's taken a long time to get there, but it's there, and they're going to start construction here shortly. So thank you for that. And that concludes my comments.
Mr. Krogman.
Yes, the first week of April, I was on vacation. This last week, we had the Board of Equalization last Tuesday. Nothing since then.
Mr. Hostler?
With several of us, was very well attended. I think they said that they sold forward to it continuing to grow. On the 9th, we did have that Equalization Board meeting, and on the 10th, I was able to attend the First Bank and Trust Focus 2024, where we heard from several speakers to include Coach Rogers from SDSU. It was very motivating and a nice attended event. That is my report.
Okay, thank you. On the 3rd, here, number of loads and ramping up for their spring planting season. On the 4th, I attended the Taste of Brookings event along with fellow commissioners. On the 9th, we did our equalization reviews. On the 10th, I had extension board meeting. And on the 11th, a pandemic planning meeting we had at the hospital. And on the 12th, we had a railroad authority meeting. We haven't had very many of those. We just kind of reestablishing our group, and I think we'll be adding another person to our group, possibly 2. So that's all I have there. Moving on to the next item in the agenda is executive session. In accordance with South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, parenthesis 1, parenthesis 4, and parenthesis 6, personnel and security. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.